Welcome back. So far we have covered what do we mean by a game, what are the different classes of game, and what are we going to do in this course. In the fourth series of video for week 1, we are starting with a very famous game called Prisoner's Dilemma. Now the aim is to get into the details of the issues that we encounter in game theory. So here is a very simple story. There is one Inspector Vinod. Let us say he caught two suspects, Ranga and Billa, near a bank which was robbed yesterday. An inspector suspect that Ranga and Billa are involved in that robbery. He has enough evidence to convict each of them for a minor crime, like they were not supposed to be near bank and why they were hanging out around bank, and that is why they can get 1 year in jail. But Inspector Vinod doesn't have enough evidence to convict them for the major crime of bank robbing, and let us say for that the punishment is 20 years in jail. And if one confesses, then Inspector Vinod will have enough evidence, then they can be convicted. So, the simple idea is that if both confess because their behavior is good, they are sentenced to only 5 years in jail. But if only one of them confesses, then that person gets to walk free because he has helped the government, but the other person goes to jail for 20 years. Now, let us try to understand how to model this scenario as a game. So, of course, there is a strategic interaction because Ranga's payoff, and here negative is important, but nevertheless Ranga's payoff, the jail time, depends not only on Ranga's action, but also it depends on Billa's action. Similarly, Billa's jail time depends not only on what Billa does, but also on what Ranga does. So, of course, clearly it is a strategic interaction and therefore, it can be modeled as a game. To move further, we have to understand few things like are moves simultaneous or sequential? That is not clear, but we can think when Ranga decide to confess or do not confess, Ranga decides not to confess, then Ranga does not know what Billa has done, because as given they are held in separate cells. So, they are deciding independently, and when they are deciding what to do, they do not know what the other person is doing, and this kind of setting we said is simultaneous move game, and therefore, it is not sequential, it is simultaneous move game. What kind of conflict or interaction they are having? What is the nature of conflict? Are they interacting only once or they are interacting repeatedly? We do not know. In this story, it seems like they are interacting only once and jail term will be decided, because if there is a repeated interaction, and we will discuss it in future, it matters, their reputation would matter, their future would affect their behavior in present, but here they are interacting only once. What are the informational conditions? Are some player better informed? Does Ranga know more about what Billa is doing, or does Billa know more? No, it is not the situation. Situation here is very simple. Ranga does not know what Billa has decided, Billa does not know what Ranga has decided. So, no one is better informed, they have same level of information. And another issue that is not part of the story I mentioned, but I can extend the story. When they were arrested by Inspector Vinod, they were coming in a police van together, and they made an agreement, pact, that let us not confess because confessing will get us longer jail term. The issue here is the contract that they made, is it enforceable, or if it is in their benefit to change their behavior to renege on contract, they will renege on contract, because that contract two thieves, two bad persons have made, it cannot be guaranteed in court of law. So, this contract cannot be enforced. So, that contract is in a way meaningless, because rational players would break their promise if it is beneficial for them, By the way, I am not recommending such bad behavior. Perhaps in our life we do not break our promises so early because we interact repeatedly with other people, and if we keep on breaking our promises, our image, our reputation would take a hit. Perhaps that is the reason we do not break our promises. Nevertheless, here we are assuming that contract cannot be enforced between them. So, what is the strategic environment? For simultaneous move, we know that three things are required. Who are the players, what are the actions they are taking, and what are the payoff of preferences. So, clearly the players are Ranga and Billa. Inspector Vinod is not a player. He can be a player if game is more complicated, but in this game the way it has been described, the payoff to Ranga and payoff to Billa depends only on two of these people's action and not on action of Inspector Vinod. So, therefore, Inspector Vinod is a passive decision maker in this setting, and therefore, when we talk about game, we will take only Ranga or Billa as players. Now, what are the action they can take? They can either confess or decide not to confess. In short, we can denote it by C and D. It is confessing, it is not confessing, and that is true for the other player also. And what would be the payoff? So, there would be four possibilities: C, C, both of them confess; C, D, Ranga confesses, Billa does not confess. Now, Ranga does not confess, Billa confesses, or here none of them confess. And then we can also talk about the preference ordering, which is not important because we directly know the payoff, and longer jail term is bad for them. So, they would try to minimize the jail term. They would like to go for jail for as less time as possible. So, that is the setting, and this is a nice picture that I have taken from Encyclopedia Britannica. Here there is prisoner A, we can say this is Ranga, he is confessing or remaining silent, we can say this is C, this is D. Here is Billa who is confessing or he is remaining silent. If both of them confess, then they get lighter sentence. Ranga goes to jail for 5 years. First number by convention represents Raw's player payoff, that is 5. We should in fact say minus 5 because more is worse for these players. So, that is why we can do minus 5 year. Of course, jail they would be going for 5 year only, but the payoff would be in minus. And if only Ranga confesses, Ranga will get to walk free while Billa will go to jail for 20 years and so on. Without fancy graphics, this is the way it would look like. Here both are getting minus 5. In this case, Ranga is walking free while Billa is going to jail for 20 years and so on. Here they are both going to jail for 1 year, perhaps. Yes, that is what we have designed. Now, we can also go further and we say in this setting it is very simple because we have two players, each one of them have only two action. So, we can get 2 by 2 matrix. What will we do when we have 3 players and they each have, let us say, 2 action each? We can still go with tabular form. We can do it like this. Player 1 is deciding, let us say their deciding is up, down, left, right. Player 2 is deciding left, right. Player 1 is deciding up and down, up and down. Player 2 is deciding left or right, and player 3 is deciding whether this game is being played or this game is being played. Mind you, this is a game of complete information. They all know that what is happening. We can also say, we can simply, rather than saying that, if we say that player 3 is deciding whether this game is being played or this game is being played, some of you may think that player 1 or 2 does not know, but we can incorporate that very easily. We can say player 3 has 2 strategies, A or B. Okay. So, player 3 is choosing A or B. So, still we can go for the tabular form. Here everyone, there is a strategic uncertainty in the sense that player 2 or 3 do not know whether player 1 is playing U or D, or player 1 and 3 don't know whether player 2 is playing L or R, and similarly player 1 or 2 they don't know whether player 3 is playing A or B. So, this is of a strategic uncertainty, that is fine. Still game is of complete information. But what will we do if we have 4 players? What will we do if there are only 2 players and each player have infinite number of strategies, like there is a continuous setting where one can put any amount of money on the table. So, then it would become very difficult to use the tabular form. So, we have to do a formal characterization of game, and this is what we can do. How can we do that? We can list the the set of players, that is P1 and P2. Then of course, for prisoner's dilemma this is Ranga and this is Bella. Set of action for each player, because there are only 2. So, we will have C comma D for player 1, C comma D. Set of rules, they choose simultaneously, these are the set of outcome, and the payoff we have already discussed how much is going to be the payoff. So, this is another formal way of describing the game. Now, we have figured out what this game is. Now, our next aim is that we should try to figure out what is going to happen in such scenario, and for that we are going to learn some concepts, some new concepts.